All right, I got to get new dance moves.
At least you had some. I had to get directed the entire time.
The entire time?
Yep.
All right, so on the list, new dance moves. It's Q&A, guys. I'm Lex.
And I'm Josh.
We're from PDQ.com. Again, like Kelly said, the floor is yours. Hit us with your questions, and we will do our best to sidestep them or maybe even answer them. So
we'll try.
Let's jump in, yeah?
Yeah, let's get started.
Dear Lex and Josh, so why does PDQ Deploy's package library not offer a package to update, deploy, and inventory? Sincerely, Joshua L.
Hey, Josh? Joshua? Josh? Josh, do you want to answer Josh, or do you want me to answer Josh?
I'll let you answer Josh.
So, okay, here's my thought on it, right? We provide you a link so that on your console, you can just update your console. The thought of having a package so you can launch it out 100 times, again, I'm thinking maybe it's probably just best that you do it at a console level. And then the second thing is, like, you know, testing it. I'd do it once if you got multiple consoles. I really obviously test it there and go that way. Colby, any things to add to that?
Versioning. So, like, if for some reason you're not, you don't want to be on like the absolute latest version, then the package library would still have the latest version. I do actually have a blog about deploying client consoles using the cached MSI installer.
Nice.
So once you update your server, you can have that push out the update to your client consoles.
Oh, excellent.
There you go.
Again, I'm going to give Colby the points for that one. I'm keeping track today because I want to win. So
Okay.
I'm not.
Or I'll keep points. You versus Colby.
No, I'm keeping points because I'm.
Okay.
All right.
Dear Lex and Josh, I'm new to PDQ and would like to see the process of deploying software that has multiple steps and a serial key added. Thanks, Parker.
Hey, Parker.
We can show that.
Absolutely. You want to start?
Yeah.
I'm going to say a few things while Josh is getting started. First thing, depending on the vendor, getting that license key out there is always going to depend on the vendor. Like in Microsoft Office, you're going to need do the Office customization, whether that's online for 365 or the Office customization tool. That's where you would put that.
Yeah.
That generally is going to build you a file or a install file or a install INI for that that you'd include. So you want to show, let's see.
Yeah, so particularly for multiple steps, let's say you want to do something, some command step, the first, PowerShell, a script, anything like that, you can run that as step one. For the serial key, like you're either going to get that customization file, like you said, or there might be like just a parameter. So it could be some file.exe, and one of its parameters is like /key, and it could be a serial key here, like this. Most of the vendor documentation will have instructions on how to do that. Some of them will have like a key file, and you can also pop that into the additional files here. You can, browse to it, attach that license file, and then refer to it in your parameters.
Absolutely. Grab the signal. Now, again, sometimes you're going to need the entire directory, and the great thing about that, as long as that license file's in there, you can do that and refer to that license file.
Yeah. That can be good unless, your directory is huge. You don't want to be copying over multiple gigs of installers.
That is a very good, very good
Depends.
point.
But then, there's other message, step types. You can have a message. If we're going to do a reboot, we may want to pop a message here and say, hey, I'm going to restart your computer because I just deployed this.
You do that? I just reboot, man.
Well,
Boom.
your shirt says, yeah.
Full contact IT, my friends. Now, it is good to send if you're going to do this during the day, obviously, please don't call. If you do, my number is tilde some number, some number, some number, so that they can't get a hold of you. But again, minimize your phone calls. Messages are good, but like Josh was saying, depending on your vendor, you may have a file, you may have a key parameter you put in. It just depends. So
build your own.
Build your own.
Yep.
All right.
The other thing you can show is maybe like a nested package.
Oh, absolutely.
So if you wanted to do multiple software installs, all called from a single package, you could do that.
Oh, like you're going to do Firefox and Flash for Firefox.
So we'll dump this in here. We'll pick another package we have, maybe 7-zip.
Yeah,
we'll move that at the very end.
I always wanted that.
Everybody needs 7-zip.
So there's your multiple package. There's how you include keys. I think we
did it.
Maybe covered that or sidestepped it. Well, either way.
Either way.
Yeah.
Dear Lex and Josh, can I remove the option to disable updates in the Google Chrome package? Sincerely, Benjamin H.
Now, Benjamin, there's a couple of things you can do in regards to that. If you make this a standard package, it's not going to be an auto download. Personally, that's not the way I would go about it. What I would do is do the auto download and then look at the disable, take that key, add a post step, and put it back.
Yep.
Just undo what was done as that disable auto update statement, make your new step as a post step.
We can actually
Duplicate
copy this,
that, yeah.
paste it down here, and then change it from disable to enable.
And then just make sure you change your command here to say whatever it is that needs to be done for enable.
Yep. Just undo what step 3 did, and then you maintain that auto update package.
There you go.
Dear Lex, and dear Josh, and dear Colby, is there a way to ask for packages to be added to the library? Looking for Navisworks Freedom. Sincerely, Anon.
Is there a way to ask for packages?
Yeah.
Okay, there is. You can say, you know, it would be nice to do this. Here's the caveat, guys. We have agreements with our vendors that we can actually, you know, build packages to deploy the products. That being said, you know, most people don't want us deploying free their paid products like Adobe CC or Office or AutoCAD.
Yeah, the
Okay.
EULA just doesn't allow for it.
So that being said, you can ask. We are, you know, constrained by what the vendors allow us to do. So in a lot of those really popular packages, we will make videos for you and show you, you know, follow along. This is how you do it. A good place to check is our YouTube channel. Look up the Office. We've got a couple of good ones on Office. We've got some great ones from Katie on AutoCAD. Kind of give you an idea there. So that's why we do what we do.
Yep, we're limited by the EULAs there most of the time, and then the overall popularity.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Dearest Lex and Josh, can PDQ deploy software to users in an OU? We have software specific to departments, or do I need to create a target list manually? Sincerely, Strand AE.
I kind of like that name. Strand. All right.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, yes and no. Can you deploy software to users?
Ooh,
Not
that's a good
users.
point. Yes.
Not users.
Yes,
Okay,
not
to
users.
their computers, yes.
Yes.
That being said, go
Good
ahead.
catch
All
there. Sure, absolutely. We can pick some Active Directory targets, you know, right here. Container. Here's all the OUs here. Dump them in any of that. We can deploy those. That's one way to do it if you've got deploy only.
Now, I would say this: if you've got, you know, if you've got the computers set up in OUs, like the accounting computers, yes. If you don't, you can make a dynamic collection in inventory. A static collection in inventory. Unless there's a way that you've got them all named, you could turn that dynamic actually. So
there's a bunch of ways to target, just depending on how you got it there. Inventory will probably be the better bet.
absolutely, I highly agree with you on that.
And then you can link to it. You don't have to choose the static list as things change and move in your environment. Inventory updates and it changes with it.
Absolutely. So once again, you can do a static list in inventory. You're static. I go pick the onesie twosies.
Yep.
Dynamic list. Give me all the machines that start with
Good list.
AC for accounting.
Yep.
If your naming convention allows that. Get creative, but yeah, inventory is your best bet there.
Dear Lex and Josh, best practice for moving PDQ inventory and deploy from admin PC to Hyper-V server. JC Man.
Isn't there like a?
There are there's 2 KBs and 2 videos
Okay.
on moving.
Absolutely.
It's really straightforward and simple. I think if you just go to the support site and you just do move PDQ deploy, move PDQ inventory. Oh yeah, you can show it.
Yeah. Wow, that came up real quick. Migrate your deploy and inventory to a new server right there.
Yep, right here. And
So,
there's
in a nutshell, basically, you're going to install it on the new machine, you're going to do a backup, and then you're going to do a restore.
Yep.
Wham,
That's it.
bam, done.
Yep. Take all your settings, everything with you.
Just right across. Yep, absolutely. That's how you do it.
Dear Lex and Josh, how do I get PDQ to function without having to restart services every day? Since the 17.2 update and now with 18.1. Sincerely, Lulu.
Okay, function. Okay, so having to restart services every day. I mean, your support. My first question is, why do you have to do it every day?
Yes. And my next question is, do you have a ticket with this?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
we
hit us
are
up. There's-
absolutely.
Yeah, there's so many things that can be going on there, Lulu.
Depends on your setup. Could be hard drive issues, possible network, possible D. I mean, there's a lot of things that come into play. Shoot support at
hit us up at support with that
pdq.com
one.
on email, and we will totally get you taken care of. And when I say we,
We'll try.
yeah,
I won't.
absolutely. We'll get you taken care of.
Somebody else will. Somebody way smarter than me will.
Absolutely.
Dear Lex and Josh, if you had to highlight a weakness of PDQ currently, what are your next steps to address this in the future? Thanks, Ian.
Okay, all right.
That's a deep question.
That is deep. All right, so I would say, from my opinion, the weakness of PDQ as a company, we want to please all of you guys so badly. Sometimes we stretch out past our core, it's like, this is what we do good. We're going to try and do this because people want it, and it's, we're not ready for that kind of thing. So I think sometimes we stretch to accommodate you guys where we should probably, maybe hold back a little bit.
That's very insightful. I think
it's-
I would agree with that.
We do. I got to say, we love our end users. We love the fact that you guys use the products and you like them, and so we want to please you guys.
Yeah, there's so many people here that are so invested in it that just want, that's so cool, let's do this and this and this and this.
Yeah.
And
It's sometimes hard for us to, hold the reins back from doing. Yeah. So that's I would say the weakness I see. That, and I can't fax anything ever. So.
Dear Lex and Josh, is there an easy way to figure out if Chrome is a 32-bit installation? The collection library does not specify. Thanks, Matt.
Colby?
I'm trying to think. Okay, would you go after that in the registry?
I don't know. I actually don't know.
How about
I'm stumped.
if it's a 64-bit machine, would it drop it in programs x86? I mean, that's the places I'd walk. What do you think, Colby?
I think I looked into this previously, and I think the uninstall string shows it. I think there's something on the applications page that you can use to look at that.
All right, let's go see the uninstall string.
Yeah,
The only thing is, I'm very sure these are all 64-bit, so
probably.
I'm not going to have something that. Okay, uninstall string. Colby, it's
Oh, it's a GUID.
MSI. All right, I'm not seeing anything that indicates it's just an MSI, man. But then again, I'm probably only looking at a 64-bit machine. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I remember looking at this before. I just don't remember. It might have been a file scanner.
Ooh, that might be why it's not in the collection library.
There you go.
We tend to avoid those.
File scanners and collection library. All right, so from that aspect, so yeah, you would go look to see if it is in the x86 program files, possibly. And again, I think I'm going to go back to, I'd look at the registry and that to see how those fall. You'd need a comparison, obviously, to determine it. So I will drink to being stumped.
Yep, absolutely stumped on that one.
So if you scroll to the right, the registry path column.
Oh, scroll to the right, registry path column. So Colby's not stumped, just you and me. Oh, there you go. I'm going to copy that, and we'll paste it into. Hey, see, we are going to use Notepad today.
We are.
I knew it.
Yeah, check it
It's
out.
not centered.
I never centered it. There it is. Oh, okay.
Yes, I believe the 32-bit one
Would
on
be in
a
the WoW
64-bit.
64.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, so this is a 32-bit. There you go. High five to Colby.
Yep, registry scanner there.
Dear Lex and Josh, if you build a new agent, can we tie it back to the on-premises install? Sincerely, Anonymous.
I've got an answer for this one. Kelly, do you have the magic 8-ball? I'm serious. I shake it and see what it says.
Clear. The future is unclear.
Ask again in a year. So, yeah. Okay, so let's just talk agent, because I think we've seen a few questions for agent coming across. So here's the thing, guys. Back to that weakness that I see we have is like we want to please people. So agent was a big deal, and we built an amazing product that worked on this framework right here.
We did.
And it was agentless. And then we decided we were going to try and get the agent on that, and the framework that's built on did not lend itself to easily doing that. And obviously, if you've run the agent, you've seen we've got CPU issues and memory issues and things like that. So Again, like we said before, in the message we sent out, we're reevaluating the framework that's built on, so that in the future we can build off that framework as a much bigger build a mansion instead of a rambler like I live in, right? So hopefully that kind of answers that. Maybe. I like the 8-ball thingy better. Maybe we'll ask Miss Cleo next time. I don't know.
Dear Lex and Josh, is there a way to get a PDQ notification summary email when the job is started through command line, the CLI? Sincerely, Ashland.
I'm watching.
I have to go look at the command line syntax.
I'm just thinking, if you're going to run it at command line, okay, so if you're consistently running something at command line, you could do a PowerShell thing to send you a message that you're doing something from the command line. If you're trying to audit that someone has actually run something from the command line, I don't think there's a way. I don't believe.
Notifications.
Oh, there is.
Boy. Name. Yep, looks like it's right there. Notification name. So if you've got it defined in your notifications, where are you at? Deployment, notifications. Here, you can pass this through as a string to that. So it could be PDQ Deploy, whatever the command line is, and then for your particular package, and then just pass it that notification name.
By cracky, I've learned something today. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah, I did too. I didn't know either, so I just kind of
nicely done.
stumbled through.
So the answer is yes?
Yes.
We'll go with yes on that.
We've kind of touched on this one already, but what does the future hold for the agent, or is it a secret? Sincerely, Chris L.
Chris, you want to take this one? Let's ask Faith. Should we tell? Honestly,
Any money, Mo?
here's the thing.
We don't know.
The framework that we're building to build this to be able to take on bigger and better and more functions and features, until we have that down, I can't tell you what it's going to hold.
We don't know.
If anyone asks again, I'm asking Miss Cleo. So, all right.
Dear Lex and Josh, how can I retrieve the key for Acrobat products? Thanks, Puneet.
You wrote that WMI scanner. Does that only pull Microsoft?
Well, yeah, the one that I wrote is for Microsoft product keys.
Okay.
I don't know specifically for...
Okay, first question is, where do they keep it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you find out where they keep it, if it's in the registry, obviously the registry scanner will get you there.
Mm-hmm. If it's in WMI, you can pull it there. There's other third-party products you can go look at that can pull some of this stuff, and then if you save that out to a CSV, you can pull that into a custom field for those computer objects.
Wow, I just like Colby's eyebrows are up. He's like shaking his head like, yeah, I didn't have to take care of Lex this time. Josh got this covered. Yeah, he's just smiling. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, okay.
Yay, I get a point.
So again, if you can find it, location of it, scanner, file scanner, registry scanner, whatever scanner it is, go get that.
Mm-hmm.
If not, third party, import it.
Custom field, tie it there.
Boom.
Hey guys, any plans for a web or mobile interface? It would be nice for text to deploy quickly in the field. Thanks, Rocco.
I agree. But I am going to ask Miss Cleo about those plans.
Who gets to play Miss Cleo?
Colby, can you do a Miss Cleo?
Miss Cleo.
Who is Miss Cleo?
All right, you're out. Kelly, what's your best Miss Cleo? Or JJ, either of you?
It's a bunch of, well, that's the funny thing is they're too young. Plus, I can't because she's dead.
Oh.
So,
Oof.
Well, just do a bad Caribbean accent. I don't know what it's going to be, man.
hey man, mobile interface, no problem, but no idea when, man.
Good things are going to be happening for you. Hey, call me later, $4.99 a minute. I will give you all kinds of useless predictions about your future. You know you're calling. That's why you're laughing. Huh? I'm like, I'm calling her.
I am. I'm going to call
I
your
want to see
office
what he
line
does.
as soon as we're done, just to
see
continue.
if I can maintain that accent.
Mm-hmm.
Call 1-800-LEX. That's not enough. Dear Lex and Josh, PDQ dark mode? It's all the rage. Ian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Honestly, I want to be able to deploy turning the lights off in my office. Well, anytime it's in dark mode, it automatically turns the lights off in my office.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
You
Wouldn't
could
that-
probably PowerShell that.
Yeah. Purposes.
We could PowerShell that. Colby's over here. I've done it.
We definitely could do that.
Game on.
Get one
That's
of
a
those-
challenge.
Those Philips Hue
We did something.
Yeah,
lights, yeah.
it is really cool. The only thing is it doesn't show up real good on camera.
It doesn't.
So-
But yeah,
I agree with you guys. It rocks. I'm serious, Colby. If you can make it turn my lights off every time PDQ fires up, just,
Do you have smart lights?
I'll ask Mark.
we can
That's
get
a-
them.
We can make that happen.
We can make that happen.
But honestly, my night lights are never on in my office. Or in my mind, for that matter.
Dear Lex and Josh, I have a lot of schedules. Any chance of adding a column to see progress on the whole list quickly instead of one by one? Thanks in advance, Christine Err.
No.
Yeah. No. Maybe.
Maybe. Is there okay? Is there a chance? Yeah, there's always a chance. Can we do it? Any chance of adding a column? Not right now.
From
Is
the
the
schedules
no?
window or all deployments? Because from all deployments, you can kind of see the progress of things going on.
Yeah. I mean, you can see it's running. You can see how many have failed and that kind of thing. But,
You can.
And I like 98% done. Is that what you're looking for? I got 80 out of 100 machines. I mean, you kind of got your failed. And
Yeah. Wondering if notifications might be a better avenue for that.
There you go.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Is that really an answer?
Yeah, it's a good sidestep.
All right.
We simplify sidestep.
Here we go. Avoided that question.
Yep.
How's that not answer for you? That's what I'm going with, guys. So,
I don't know.
Colby, anything to add on that?
Sounds like a good feature request.
Yeah, there you go.
Dear Lex and Josh, where is the value for computer hardware print queues pulled from? I can't stop some old network printers from still showing. Thanks, David M.
Inventory.
From computer hardware print queues. Computer hardware. Ooh. I actually don't know. If I had a guess, and it is strictly a guess, this would be WMI. They would be pulling this out of WMI. But I actually don't know where that information comes from.
I'm surprised. I've never actually looked at this before. I mean, I think it's cool that it's there. I have no idea either, Colby.
I'm going to ask our developers.
Ooh, that is a stump. That's an official stump.
Yep, there's the stuff.
All right.
Find a deb.
You might have to refill here in a minute.
Oh, I know.
Dear Lex and Josh, last webcast PDQ was hammered with user app data install questions. Any chance we might see some action taken on this? Thanks, Joshua L.
I didn't see last week's webcast.
I didn't either. I was in it. I try to forget these. They're traumatic. They really are.
Were they?
I leave feeling like, man, I need to learn so much more. App data install questions.
Colby? What do you think?
Yeah, there were, I do kind of remember this. There were a lot of questions around like how do I uninstall applications
right.
that users have installed?
Oh,
how do I
that's
prevent
right, that's
users
right.
from installing
That's right.
stuff like that?
I'm going to get some Colby points right here. PowerShell. Little for loops.
PowerShell.
You know, loop through that app data for each user
Yeah.
and run that command.
Now, the other thing, you and Brig did an amazing webcast on how to shut off all the Windows crap.
Yeah,
That's a good way to prevent them from installing it.
it is.
You don't delete it, you disable it, basically, is what it is. And it's a great webcast. Am I saying that right? You disable it so they can't get to
and
it?
this might be more along the lines of, I know Chrome, for instance, if you're not a local admin on a computer, you can still install Chrome. It'll put it in your app data. So you
Okay.
can get a bunch of users in their profile have an installation of Chrome, and when you go to like deploy Chrome Enterprise, you know, at the machine level, you're going to throw like a
that's right.
1603.
That's a good point.
So for those, for that one in particular, we do have a package in the
Absolutely.
library,
That is a PowerShell. Yeah.
and that is PowerShell, and that can be used as a pretty good template for any other, per user install you have. Maybe find that Chrome bits in there and replace it with whatever you're trying to install.
I know Chris did a really good job of answering that last week. That's why I'm just like, 'cause sometimes it goes right over my head what he says.
I'm a
but
huge fan of just modifying somebody else's work.
Absolutely.
Like we've already put it out there for Chrome Enterprise, so just take that as a starting point.
Plagiarize and change
Plagiarize.
it, make it work for you.
No need to reinvent the wheel.
Absolutely.
Dear Lex and Josh, are there plans for some kind of PDQ software catalog like SCCM has? Travis S.
Software catalog?
So if I remember right,
Is that
I think that's, it's been so long since I've touched SCCM. I think that's where an end user on their machine can like request. Hey, will
like
you
a
give me this?
self-service
Yeah,
portal.
yeah.
Is that what you're asking about? Because if that's the case, by SL,
Yeah.
I have got one of our customers sent me a really great, and she did it in PHP and some PowerShell. How she does it's a great template. And she said, feel free, Lex, to send it out. I'm happy to send that. If you got SL licensing, let me know. I will send that to you so you can actually build that on your own.
Yeah, it's a licensing issue, really,
Absolutely.
with the way that we license.
Absolutely, because as soon as like I put that out for everybody to use, they all become admins. I can now have this and this and this according to our U list. So you would definitely need a license for it, like licensing for that. Wow.
Yeah. That's a
We
mouthful.
do have that licensing available.
We do.
We do, and I'm happy.
If you're on a single server,
happy to get
make
you
that
hooked up.
unlimited.
Yep.
So
Hey Lex and Josh, on inventory under current user list, some of my users have locked next to their names. What does that mean? Thanks, Evan R.
I can answer this one. I got this one. It means that their machine was locked by that user. They were logged in, but it was locked when that scan ran.
exactly. So you
Well, that's
should
an
give
easy
them a
one.
high five for having a locked machine. I'm assuming they were probably out getting coffee.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
11. Oh, okay.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, not even.
And our final question. Dear Lex and Josh, what are you going to do on Halloween?
This might be
Self-made.
for more than just.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wait, is this what we're personally going to be doing, or is this what we're going to be doing on the webcast? Because the webcast does fall on Halloween.
does
Oh,
it
it does?
really?
Huh.
Ooh. That calls for a tricks.
It
We're
calls
going to
for
do something.
It
some
does.
kind of tricks. I am so not dressing
If we
up.
all dress up in green, I will be very upset.
Green, just like eyeballs.
I need the color.
Colby, are you going to dress up, dude? You've got the best costume I've ever seen.
Yep, I do have a costume that I think I wore last year.
Was it the wolf?
Fox. Plus, I do actually have like one of those full body green suits.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'll put one of those spandex green suits on, and you'll be glad my body's disappearing against the green screen. I don't know. Are we gonna? I mean, dress up. I think we should obviously do something kind of fun.
We
If we're
should.
doing a web show on. I want to say Thanksgiving, but it's Halloween.
Oh, we could also do a Halloween episode on Thanksgiving.
Yes, exactly.
Just mix them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some turkey.
We'll figure something. If we want to do,
If you guys have suggestions, by all means, chime in.
yeah, we could do a Halloween horror stories. But
Ooh.
we got to
We
get those stories
Do
in
that.
now.
You guys got to send the
Yeah.
stories.
Otherwise, we'll
That
have to
would be
change it up
fun.
to something else.
That would be
But,
fun.
If your Tales from Tech instead of Tales,
Tales
from the
Crypt, Tales from
yeah.
the Tech.
Yeah.
Ooh, we'll get Brig up here and make him tell his Raid 5 story.
So that's a good one.
That's a
Yeah.
horror story.
Okay.
And then there's probably some others in the office that we can pull from. You've all got horror
So
stories.
if you do have a good horror story, by all means,
Please
send it
email
in.
it to webcast.
Webcast at pdq.com.
This one's on you guys. If you get enough of them out there, we will definitely read the horror stories. It'll be
That'll be
great.
fun.
That would be fun.
And
Is that?
Actually, that's it.
Oh, we got one more.
We have one
Yay.
more. One straggler came in. I'm upgrading to Office 365. I have PCs with Office 2013 and 2010. So how do I make PDQ choose the proper uninstall script? Thank you, Eric K.
Okay, last week's webcast, we did a really good thing on this, okay? So what you're going to do is, one, go run a report and find out the machines that have got 2010, 2013. Build a dynamic collection off that, okay? So now you've got two dynamic collections. Get the uninstall strings from both of those.
That's the hard way, Lex. Use this package. The
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop.
Yeah.
Make the dynamic collection. Get the uninstall from here.
So this
Or
package,
this will actually do it
this
on
one
its own.
actually will remove 2007, 2010, 2013, 2016, or 365.
I love the little warning there.
It's a little warning.
Use at your own risk.
Use it at your own risk. We wrote it. But this will actually remove any and all Office from a machine.
I'm going to go with what he said.
Try that
because
one
it's
out.
the lazy way to do it.
I'm surprised
by
you didn't
five.
know. Being the full contact IT guy that you are, I'm surprised you weren't aware of this one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that. Yeah,
That's the full contact option. Just remove any and all. But the more targeted approach is absolutely yes. Build a collection. Target them and then make it choose.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, a collection condition in your package would be awesome for that.
Absolutely. Well, hey guys, thank you for your questions. Hopefully, we only disappointed a little bit, maybe.
Sidestepped a few, but I think we did all right.
All is well. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Lex.
I'm Josh.
We'll catch y'all later.
Thanks for joining our webcast today. Congratulations, Christine R. and Rocco. Winners of PDQ swag. Send us your info at webcast@pdq.com. Thanks again for joining us. If you have additional questions, feel free to reach out to our support forums, and we'll see you back here next week.